Not since the 2014 release of Child of Light have I fallen in love with a game after only playing it for 5 minutes. This game immediately pulled me in with not only the beautiful visuals and music, but also its fun yet simple 2D platforming and charming puzzles. This is my time with GRIS. Having spent most of my time after finishing the game crying my eyes out, and yes, I mean literally, I spent the time after sitting at my computer thinking about why this game is so good and why it affected me the way it did. Why the game enthralled me in the way it did, and write my thoughts down on paper in an attempt to convey them to others so that they can try and understand it too. If you were born any time before 1990, you may remember watching a movie as a kid called Fantasia 2000, my personal favorite movie of all time. A captivating movie with stunning animation that's tone was always set by its phenomenal music. This is the quickest way that I could relate GRIS to you. A captivating game with striking visuals that are always accompanied by its beautiful soundtrack. To me, GRIS is a work of art come to life in a video game. The colors, music, and different areas you visit blend together to create a blooming world that you slowly bring to life. Whether you're surviving the desert winds, jumping across trees in a newly grown forest, swiftly swimming through underground caverns, or delightfully dancing across a star-scaped city, GRIS stays beautiful and stunning through and through. Namada Studio did a great job of creating a visual treat for the eyes and an emotional story that is followed by its breathtaking music. First, let's talk about GRIS's gameplay. GRIS at its core is a simple 2D platformer and light puzzle solver. Although it's not this game's main focus, they do a great job of guiding the player through the areas without you having to think about looking up how to finish the puzzle or where to go next. Now, don't think that makes the game less fun or enjoyable. The simple puzzle solving and light handholding allows the game's narrative to continue to move at a steady pace that makes room for what the game's main focus is: GRIS's art design and music. GRIS's art design is easily some of the best use of a watercolor palette. The masterful blending of color and the use of bleed effects make it feel like the color is consuming the world. This is a common theme in the game that occurs every time you discover a new color: red, green, blue, and yellow, with areas matched by their color. As I had shown earlier, the area you explore is not only themed around the color, but also brought to life by its color. The use of red and orange to replicate a dry and arid feeling, the use of green to create a lush and blooming forest, splashes of blues and purples to form an expansive and awe-inspiring underwater area, and the contrast of bright yellow stars on a pitch-black night, followed by a neon city theme, makes the sky come to life in the final parts of the game. This feeling of wonder and excitement created by the environments is not only thanks to the art design, but also GRIS's outstandingly beautiful soundtrack. GRIS's soundtrack is easily the best video game soundtrack in 2018. I cannot tell you how many times I've listened to this soundtrack by Berlinist. It's so amazing and beautiful. My words and writing cannot do it justice. Just listen for yourself. I mean, you've been hearing it this whole time. I can't say much more for the OST other than, on your own time, give it a listen and let me know what you think, seeing as I've been complimenting it this whole time. My final thoughts on GRIS are this. This game has touched me emotionally. Never in my 20 years on this earth has anything ever invoked such an emotion in me that I burst into tears without fully understanding why. If you are still not convinced about this game, then I have done an awful job at showing you how truly great it is. If this game doesn't get any awards at the next VGAs, I'll be shocked. GRIS is easily my last minute game of the year. If anyone was to ask me to give my 2 cents on GRIS, all I could say is this: it's nothing short of a masterpiece. Hey guys, Editor KFS here. So this video took a lot of time to come out because of Christmas and my job and work. Wait, that's the same thing. And playing lots of League of Legends, as well as working on another YouTube video on the side. I finally got around to finishing it up because I was like, fuck it, it's time to get some shit done. So that's what I did. I was reading from the script the whole time, so I'm sorry if I sounded weird or if I stuttered on my words. I just wanted to make sure I'd never talked in circles and that I got my point out to you guys so that we could, at least you guys could see what I'm trying to talk about. GRIS is a game that will forever be on my top 3 for the rest of my life. It was a phenomenal game. I'm glad I was able to play it, and I hope that I was able to somehow convince you that, yeah, hey, this game does look cool. And if not, I'll try harder next time for the next game that I do, if I decide to do that. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all of you so much. If you want to see me play other games, feel free to check out my Twitch. And although I'm going to sound like a loser, please like, comment, or subscribe. It really does help. It lets me know that people do care about my content and that they do want to see more. Or, leave a dislike so that I know people don't want to see more. And then I can... Never mind. You guys, yeah, seriously, mean a lot, so thank you. And I'll catch you in the next video, which should maybe be coming out next week or the week after. Don't get your hopes up.